to my kitchen. Benvinci a mia cucina. I am still in my mission trying to get rid of some of the sourdough discard, and I'm prepping some focaccia bread for us to have with dinner. I'm roasting chicken with potatoes, and I thought focaccia bread would go good with that, so that's what I'm gonna do. And trying to use some of this discard, that's what I'm gonna do. So in here I have a cup of warm water, 1 cup of sourdough discard, and I've been making videos about this. If you haven't seen, you could go back and look at the other videos and see what I've been doing with, and I explain what sourdough discard is. I have 1 tablespoon of yeast, because I want this speed up, 2 tablespoons of honey, 1/4 cup of garlic olive oil, and 2 teaspoons of salt, and then some flaky sea salt for the top, and 4 cups of flour. So I'm gonna put this discard into the warm water to start dissolving and blending with the water, so we don't have clumps of discard when we do our focaccia bread. I'm always trying to find ways to use this discard because it accumulates in my fridge, and then I have to find ways to use them. So I'm doing it again. I never can do something without spilling. So I'm gonna blend this with this water, and it will look like milk, but it's the discard. I'm gonna get a whisk. This focaccia bread, we can use it as bread to go with any kind of meal. Also, it's good for a sandwich. If you make a sandwich with it, delicious. I'm also gonna add my yeast, my dry yeast, and try to blend all this together. And it looks like they're both mixed well. And I'm gonna do this in my mixer because it's a small quantity and it'll be faster versus if I did in my hand, by hand. And also, I don't mind that you have to work the dough. I don't like to make something in my mix when you don't have to work the dough too much. So I'm gonna pour this into my bowl, making sure I get all that. Put my honey in there, and that'll be the sugar to help that yeast to feed, and mix that. I'm gonna add my olive oil. I used garlic olive oil. I'm gonna put my salt, and this is very easy. It goes all at one time, mix, and it's done. I'm gonna scoop my flour in, otherwise it'll probably be all over my counter and my floor. Let's see, I can do this without. And then I'm gonna use my hook. And I'm gonna let this mix here until it starts pulling away from the bowl. Depending on your flour, you might have to add a little bit more water. I'm gonna add 1/4 cup, and then we're gonna see if that dough is too dry. You don't want a wet dough, but then you don't want too dry. Just a tablespoon more. And the dough is all wrapped up on a hook. And see, that's how you want it. It's stretchy, but it's not sticky. That's how you want it. So, see, it's all wrapped up in my book. I'm gonna spray this bowl with some Pam's or whatever you have. And I'm gonna put this dough in here, and then I'm gonna let it double in size. See, so what do you want? So not a sticky dough, but it is soft enough to, that won't be too hard later on. I'm gonna make some folds to try to shape and help that gluten start stretching. It's very hard still. Once it softens, it gets to, once it relaxes a little bit more. Okay, and that's how you want it. An easy, smooth dough. I'm gonna cover this with plastic and then let it in my counter to proof. And then I'll show you when it's done. Okay friends, my focaccia dough has doubled in size and has made a bubble. I'm gonna release some of that steam from there. And now I'm gonna shape it, and this is gonna go back to the oven to proof more. I'm gonna put some of my favorite olive oil. This is garlic olive oil, the same garlic olive oil I used in the dough. And I'm going to just grease my pan. And now I'm going to gently take this dough and put it in my cookie sheet, and I'm going to stretch it. I'm going to stretch it throughout the cookie sheet. And I'm going to stretch it gently so it doesn't deflate it. And I want it unevenly because I don't want some places thicker than others. So, and this makes a good size focaccia bread. So, and then as far as the toppings, you can put whatever you want. You can leave it just plain. I'm gonna do half and half plain and half with some toppings. I have green olives and some sweet peppers. That's what I had in my fridge. So I'm gonna use it. And this makes, like I said, it makes a nice piece of bread to go with your meal, or it can be to make a sandwich, and it's good on its own. I love it on its own. So, and I like these sweet peppers because they're a little sweet, and then, you know, they taste good. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of, this is oregano. I'm gonna get a little bit of oregano, dry oregano, and put it actually throughout. Not very much, just a little, because oregano is very strong. I have some Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna put it on both sides. I'm gonna put generously in this side since it doesn't have anything. I might as well finish what I have in here. And then I have some rosemary. Usually a focaccia you always find with some rosemary. Okay. And now I'm gonna put this back in the oven on proof. I have the oven on proof just for about 30 minutes. and then I'll show you before I bake. Okay friends, my focaccia is ready to bake. So now I'm gonna put some dimples, and all I'm gonna do is with my fingers, just push it down and make dimples everywhere. And that's why when you see focaccia, you see like those little dimples. That's how they do it. So, and then we're gonna drizzle more garlic olive oil. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of flaky sea salt just on top. Drizzle a little bit of olive oil, and then get the flaky sea salt and just sprinkle a little bit everywhere. And I have my oven preheated at 375, and this is gonna bake about 20 minutes to 30, between 20 and 30 minutes. And I'll show you when I'm done. Here it is, my focaccia bread. Now we're gonna try it. And my granddaughter came, and we're gonna try this. Which one you want, with the stuff or without?
I'll try it. Is it like the pepper spicy?
No, the sweet peppers.
I'll try it with peppers. It looks good.
And all it has is peppers. It has olives, and then it has Parmesan cheese. And it's good to make a sandwich. They make sandwiches with this.
It's good.
It's called focaccia bread. And it's discard focaccia bread. I want you to see all the fluffiness inside. I can't make too much of this. Yeah. Okay friends, you give it a try to this recipe. Well, if you're doing sourdough bread and you have the discard, don't throw it away. Do this. So anyway, we're gonna share this with my in-laws, and we're gonna have this for dinner. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Give me some thumbs up. Share my videos on your social media with your friends. And until next time, let's get cooking. Have a good day. Oh.